870. You've reached Doozy customer service. How can I help you today?
Speak to a representative.
Hi, sir. Yes, you've reached Doozy customer service. This is a
Speak to a representative.
Hi, sir. Yes, welcome. I am representative, ID number 4833875.
Speak to a real person. Fuck, I hate these things.
Hi, yes, sir. This is a real person. Although I have an
Oh,
ID
yeah, are you? Are you? Yeah, okay, they probably automated it so I get a fake robot cry, too. You know what? The TV you sold me doesn't work.
Shut up, Dad! I hate you! I hate your TV, too! That's why I cut the cords!
Son? Son, is that you?
Yes.
I thought you died.
No, I've been working for
During
customer service for 10 years.
Do you know how to fix my TV?
God damn it, you're always talking about the TV!
Speak to a representative, please. Hey, everyone, welcome to the Men and Doozy podcast.
Yes, you're probably thinking, yeesh.
Whoa!
Also, what the hell does that mean?
Well, the word doozy means something that is extraordinary or outstanding of its own kind. Of its kind.
Right. And we
the
are
cream of the crop, baby.
the crop
The cherry on top.
And you can
cream of the crop, cherry on top.
We are absolutely not those adjectives.
But press 2 if you want to be.
And so this is the podcast that we are going to give you all the tools you need to become successful in life.
And the best part is you get to watch us learn how to do just the basics in life. And struggle while but also teach you what not to do.
Well, you struggle. It makes sense to me. A lot of sense to me.
I'm Alex. Please hold. Goodbye. Stop.
And I'm Kirk.
Please press 0 if you'd like to speak to an operator.
Koz.
Kirk, what are we going to talk about today?
I think it's pretty obvious. This is something that all of us have dealt with. Some of us have been, I almost said lucky enough to be on the other side. It's not a lucky job.
No.
We all deal with these people. It's an episode about respecting it and also realizing that it's hard on both sides. We're going to learn how to customer service.
Wow.
We live
just that word.
It's cringe. It's hard. It's really good. No, for real, customer service.
Because when they first came up with the word, they were like customer service. They were thinking that it was going to be a great way to help the customer.
Yeah.
But they didn't know that the customer is a
menace.
The customers are vicious, but the customer's always right. The customer's always right.
That's when we were 22.
When we were doing the just to go back to when we were doing the kind of the little phone holding tones or whatever.
Yeah.
I think about that one where it's like do 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 do. You know what I'm saying?
It sounds like it's like from an Atari system, like in the 70s. Like,
you know what I'm saying?
It sounds like it's like out of like a Sega Genesis like system. It's like
we should have someone stand behind there and just kind of randomly just put
outside and be
just
like,
kind of
sorry, customer service.
Customer service.
It feels like that's like something that you would hear in Purgatory or in like the show Severance on Apple TV.
Purgatory.
Like, oh my god! How? What? Well, let's.
I either get that or I've gotten before like hopped in the train in my LA and then I'm being hard again.
Really trying to
I've tried, like there's a party in the USA that or it's like elevator
in the USA. My phone and TV are broken.
They're trying to uplift the situation. The customer. It's not working.
They're trying to get the customer in like a happy mood before they get really, really frustrated.
Well, let me
Let's
ask.
jump in.
Well, let me ask you first. Have you ever customer serviced or been a part
Have I ever
of?
serviced somebody?
Have you ever serviced a customer, or have you ever been the customer on the customer service side?
So literally all of my jobs until the present one that I have now have all been customer service related.
I feel like you would be really good at that, though.
And the thing
you have a lot of patience with people.
I do.
I don't.
Well, some of the people closest to me have said, you have a large capacity to put up with bullshit.
Speak to a representative.
Speak to a representative. Talk to a real person.
Talk to a real person. You know how many times I've done that, and there's actually been like a real person on the line.
Really?
Yeah.
So
sometimes that person's not helping me, and I'll be like, speak to a representative, and they're like, huh? And I'm like,
you're such a dick. No, so I
hate those people.
So to answer your question even deeper, I have done like in-person box office stuff when I was working at my college. I have done like freaking minimum wage, like fast food. I have done waiting. I have done fitness studio. Like I have done remote, which is a remote virtual customer service, which is the worst thing. Get out of it as soon as possible.
Them? You Zoom people?
No. It was waiting for an email to come that was just basically trying to put out a dumpster fire. And my dumpster truck is already occupied, taking out the trash.
That's true. That's true.
But
yes.
So I have a lot of experience with customer service.
How do you deal with it? Because I'm sure you've gotten calls that are like, my fucking thing don't work. And you're like, hell, okay, let's start over. Hi, I'm Kirk. How can I help you? I told you already, my goddamn thing don't work. My t-shirt don't fit. And my sister ran off with my baby.
Well,
and you're like, sir,
did you buy the baby here?
Sir, this is Burger King.
Sir, this is Burger King. No, for real.
Yeah, that's why I'm calling you. I left my baby, my sister, and my t-shirt at the Burger King.
Well, to answer your question,
speak to a representative.
Speak to a representative. Where's your
Speak
manager?
to a real person, please.
No, but like
robots are taking over.
There is. This is.
How do you do it?
It takes so much fucking patience.
Have you had like a bad what's like a bad experience you've had where you literally wanted to punch the person through the phone?
Oh, there's been a few, and it was when I was working in the fitness, the fitness
couple
world.
Karens, right?
No, I know,
they were
Karens,
Karens, weren't they?
No, it's absolutely Karens. It's people who feel entitled. But the good thing is that, and we may learn this in the tips, is you need to be prepared for so many circumstances. If you're on the side of customer service, and if you're on the other side of this, you should know and hopefully not take advantage of people in customer service that they have things in place to make you calm and feel like you're taken care of, even though they cannot help you with a certain thing. Because sometimes it's like expiration dates. It's like, oh, I freaking forgot about it. It's like it states very clearly in our terms that when you purchase this, that it only lasts 30
who reads the terms?
We're all sold to Apple anyways, the terms and
conditions.
True. But, so I have, just for all the listeners, I have like 15 years of experience with customer service.
Holy shit.
Like close to 15
and
years.
How do you, that's why you deal with me.
That's how I deal. I feel like I'm like, okay, let's make sure that he has a good experience and he feels satisfied.
Because I know how to.
He writes a good review.
I know how to deal with things.
Let me tell you, yeah. Expound
I've never been on the other side and been like, hi, how you doing, ma'am?
Well, have you
I
never?
can't. I can't do it. No,
You've never been in like a customer service job or like like a minimum wage or anything type of job.
No, I jumped right into the film industry. Yeah, and just in like the management side of things because I knew
that's lucky.
I knew I couldn't. I would get fired. There's no way.
You don't do bullshit.
Where's
very well.
No,
you cut
I can't.
through it.
I can't.
No.
I can't fluff. I can't fluff things.
Really good.
I can't. If I worked at like a Target in like the returns department, I would last maybe the afternoon and I would leave and I would never come back. I'm returning my T-shirt. Do you have a receipt? No, but I want my goddamn money for the T-shirt. Well, get your goddamn receipt, you fat bitch. I would have. Excuse me, where's your manager? I am the manager. I would have.
No. Have you seen the Tom Segura?
Yeah.
He's like,
he turns around.
He's like, yeah, let me get him. Hi,
manager.
He's like, you just lost yourself a customer. Oh, you think I'll be able to find another one?
Oh no, you think I'll be able to find another one?
But I love it. No, like those types of.
I would be Tom Segura in that moment.
Those types of like skits or moments in movies. I feel for those people because
I can't do it.
This is a big statement, but I think there are two types of people in this world.
I am horrible at customer service.
If
I worked at Starbucks, I would purposefully fuck everyone's name up on the cup.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't do it. Where's my coffee? Shut up. I can't.
I feel like there are two types of people.
I don't care enough about people. I'm not in the hospitality business.
No, I feel like there are two types of people in this world. There are people on the side of customer service trying to help people out, and then there are people who have a lot of problems.
Yeah.
And they're
talking about me?
Fix this! Which brings us to our tips for today. We have the top 8 tips for you guys. These are how to customer service, but they're a little different. This is a do's and don'ts for customer service. So the way that these have been sectioned out are alternating tips.
Yeah.
We start with the do's, which is Alex.
I tell you what to do so that I learn what to do.
Exactly. Okay. And me, I tell you, don't do
Where's
this.
your receipt?
Where's your receipt? Yeah. So we're going to be going do, don't for these 8 tips. And what do you say? Do you have anything to add before we jump in?
Yeah. Can I speak to a real person?
Dad. Yeah, let's just jump right in.
Yeah. First of all, just shout out to Jose and Botticelli's,
He really services us well.
He does, yeah. And if you want to sponsor the podcast, hit us up. Sponsor us.
Please.
Okay? But do it in person. Don't call us over the phone for some customer service rep because I won't do it. We'll lose all of our sponsors.
Yes.
But this is why we're learning. This is why we're doing this. All right, the top 8 tips, how to customer service. Number 8, do allocate roles. Okay, that's a do, right? Okay,
do it. Do this.
In a customer service team, it's important to ensure that everyone knows the role they have in the team and also a sense of hierarchy. Okay, this is crucial when dealing with customers, as some will ask to speak to the manager or someone with some authority when a complaint is potentially more serious. Okay, also, this will improve the quality of the customer service, as knowing your role and the type of customer service you can offer a customer is vital when giving the correct information away and not misleading a customer.
Let me tell you.
Yeah, you gotta.
Yeah.
But that's when if there was no hierarchy, the Karens would not know what to do.
No, exactly.
Can I speak to who's in charge
Someone
here?
else?
Who's in charge here? We're all in charge here. Well, they give me somebody above you guys. No, we all started the company together. Yeah, the Karen would lose her mind. Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, like right before the pandemic, my previous job, I was promoted to manager.
Whoa.
And it's a very proud.
How many can I speak to the managers have you gotten before? Where like your employee comes in and like, hey, someone's asking for you.
Yeah, no, there's quite.
And you're like, hi, ma'am.
Like a handful or two of like somebody coming to me because the place that I got promoted to manager, for 2 years, after 2 years, I got promoted. And I was the only remaining person of the original hires. Like this new company, this new fitness company.
How did you get promoted? Did you speak to the manager?
Well, you want to know how I did it?
And then you killed that manager.
I won't name any names or anything, but the way that I did it was I busted my ass as a plebe, a peasant worker, and I knew that this place like the back of my hand. And there was rumors that they were hiring a manager, and I heard rumors about potentially who, and I was like, throwback to last week, I wrote a lengthy email about how it is very, very important that you keep these certain things in mind moving forward. And when you hire this manager and stuff, because we as like coworkers behind this front desk and stuff, these are the things that we're dealing with, and these are the things that we're lacking right now. I really took a stand. It was weird. I felt like Leonidas in 300. I was like, I'm not born to be a king, but how am I becoming this? But seriously, and when I had a meeting with the people in charge, and they were like, very quickly they were like, yeah, so that email showed us that you should be the manager. And I was like, what? And it was like, no, but for real, it was the first time that I was like, oh my gosh, am I able to do this? It was a really big, it was a leadership position that I hadn't had in a very long time. And the only way that I knew how to do it was to be able to understand how to speak to the hierarchy of people, because there's people above you, there's people below you, and it's a tricky thing to navigate because and I very quickly realized that even though I was one of the other people, because of the increase and of like status, it's like the way of the world. For some reason, people are like, oh, you're the big brother now. And it's like, even though that there is trust there, people still, like, for some reason are like, they shun you or whatever. And it's like, that's the big thing about, because
being a manager.
You're a production manager.
Yeah. You
have to really, really be smart about how you speak to people.
Yeah. Well, I slept my way to the top.
That shows the difference between us. You slept your way to the top. I wrote an email.
I slept my way to the top. He wrote an email.
That's very telling. I very politely wrote a strongly worded email, and you were like, wanna fuck? But yeah,
showing dominance in a manager
But
position.
allocating roles, you gotta. I think that's one of the things on both sides. Whether you're in customer service and you're learning a new job, when you're learning a new job, you really have to understand who to talk to about certain things. Because
you gotta know how to delegate. Gotta know how to. You have to know what's going on at all times and who's doing what job, so that or
what job you're doing at any certain time. Because sometimes it can change, or sometimes people can ask you of something that may not be your job, and it's a one-time thing. Or you need to know if something comes up, who do I contact, or this or that. And I think part of the reason why I'm going in depth about this is because, like, I've taken customer service so seriously, and then the pandemic, I was like, fuck this bullshit. I just want to sit in an office and make a lot of money.
Yeah.
And do calendaring and stuff. But the reason why I say that is because on the other end, customer service can be so stressful. You have when somebody gets on the phone or somebody walks up to the counter, you have no idea what energy is about to hit you.
Oh, I could see people coming a mile away, 100%.
Oh
yeah, but at the same time, you also you're dealing with like a million people a day.
Exactly. Like
you won't know.
You won't know.
But to allocate roles, if you're a manager and you're placing people within customer service, don't put. If you know that Jerry has a temper, don't put him in the front lines, okay? Put him in storage in the back.
Put them on the frickin'
If you know, Becky is very nice and helpful and cares about the people. You know, make her. You want to have someone as the face of the company.
I think, absolutely. I think the biggest takeaway from this is,
I've called places before and they've just been like, yeah, and I'm like, excuse me. Yeah, hurry up. Yeah, hurry up.
What did I do to you?
Oh, I've called like delis do that, like bodegas and bodegas. Yeah. I'll call and I'll be like, "Hi, can I get a delivery?" And they're like, "Yeah, hurry up. What do you want? Hurry up." Remember what was that place in Jersey City where I walked in?
The mozzarella place.
The place where the guy put all peppers on. Remember in no, it was Hoboken.
Hoboken, yeah, that mozzarella place.
Yeah, that is some deli where like I ordered like a chicken mozzarella with like a light on the peppers, and it is just a pepper sandwich. and you were like, geez, you want some sandwich with your peppers? And I just remember walking in there, and the guy immediately was like, what do you want? What do you want? And I was like, I've never been here before.
Okay,
And I was like, okay. Every decision felt wrong. I didn't know
That's how you know customer service is like, that's how you know.
He's probably dealt with some motherfuckers throughout his life, though.
Sure. Customer service can fucking just pound you into the ground and make you an awful person. And that type of behavior, that shows that either it is they hired the wrong person,
or they've given up,
house, or it's just the decor of the space. It's like we're rude. That Dick's
Dick's Last Resort.
Let's move on, guys. Be aware of who is doing what jobs and stuff. It's very important if you're on the side of customer service. You want people to be in the right places and play to their strengths. The top 7 tip is do not rush a response. Although being efficient... I rushed it. I rushed the response. I got too excited. Don't rush your response.
Although, but you said you're like, although being a fish.
Okay, guys, don't rush your response. Although being efficient.
Although being
efficient is important when dealing with customer complaints. It needs to be understood that no response should be rushed or include information which you are unsure about. This can cause many mistakes, which can add to the customer's disappointment and often make matters worse. Do not give customers information unless you know from someone with authority that it's the correct response to give. Otherwise, this could damage your customer relationship and the brand image, especially if you say, "Hi, welcome, I'm a fish."
Yeah.
This is super important because you don't want to give the wrong information.
Yeah, to a fish.
Or like, I talked to the fish. What? No, it's super important because it sucks to be on the other end and be told something and you're like, no, that's not right. I tried that. Yeah. Or somebody told me that. Or it's like, that didn't work. You know, that sucks on the other end. So good customer service comes from people being thorough. It's kind of like last week when we were talking about emails. It's like, you got to be thorough. Yeah. You got to check. This is connected to the previous tip. You have to know who to speak to about finding out certain information. When the pandemic hit and I was doing virtual customer service, it was an absolute nightmare because every single email, I was like, what are we doing? Yeah. Are we just giving shit away again? What are we doing? Okay, so we're entertaining this behavior now?
Right.
This Karen behavior day after day after day. You know? And that's the hardest part.
You're just giving away free shit?
Yeah. That's the frustrating thing. It's like...
They'd be like, fuck you! And you'd be like, okay, fine.
Here's a month
Here's
code.
a free fish.
Here's a free fish. No, for real.
Damn.
You gotta be patient.
You gotta patience is
on both ends, because if you're asking a specific thing, I'm sure we've all been in situations where it's like, God, this happened to my TV, or this is something coming to mind where it's going to be complicated.
I've called. See, there are some people on the customers being on the other side of customer service as the customer. I've called places and like their phone is bad quality and like they whisper and like they don't. And
that is the worst thing. Actually, that should be the number. Dude, that should be the number.
And you're like, well, hot? And they're like, what do you mean hot? I was like,
again, you need to turn up your volume. I can't understand.
I love when like a customer service person gets mad at me for asking like the right questions that they don't know, There are times that I've actually helped customer service people out, and I'm like, "Hey, what if we did this on the computer? Would that work?" And they'd be like, "Let me
ask my friend.
Why don't you do the job then? Why'd you call me?" Yeah, and I'm like, "Okay,
what were we talking about?"
Perfect. Hey, it's trucking along here, moving along here. Number 6, okay." I've listened to the podcast a lot, and I notice you do that sometimes when we're trying to.
What?
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit. You okay? So
hey guys,
you were getting stressed from the customer service.
I was getting stressed from the customer service right before tip number 6, and I ended up having a nosebleed.
Wow.
Yeah,
How was customer service? Did they help you?
No, the cocaine they gave me was just not.
Well, listen.
Anyways, hey, this is. I went. I normally have nosebleeds throughout the summer when it's like really dry.
Yeah.
And hot and. This is one of those cases there.
Okay,
I
this
went.
is a Burger King.
Dad?
Sorry, this is a Burger King. Would you like a Big Mac?
So I'm just going to wait for this to dry up in my nose, and then I'm going to pull it out,
Yeah. So what we were talking about, don't push a response and stuff. We were talking about helping a customer service representative. And I was going to say, when I speak to customer service people right now, oh my God! When I speak to customer, it's gonna drop. Your bloody nose thing is gonna drop in your drink, and it's gonna add
tequila
the
sunrise, baby.
Grenadine with homemade grenadine.
That's what a tequila sunrise is.
Yeah.
The waitresses cut their fingers open and it's blood.
But anyways, I was gonna say when I speak with customer service representatives right now who are helping me with stuff. I've gotten on first name basis with people because I've had to call back, and I'm like, "Hi, Colleen, how are you? How are you doing?" And it's
I'm fine.
Yeah, Mr. Wazowski.
I'm fine. I just wanna.
But anyways, let's jump back in.
I want something for free. I want it all for free.
Let's move forward to tip number 6.
Number 6, everybody. Does my voice sound weird now that I got one of my nose plugged at?
No, tip number 6, everybody.
Mr. Wazowski. Yeah.
Do this. Take responsibility. Okay? I did do cocaine in the bathroom.
Oh,
okay?
No.
Or as Johnny Depp would say, hey, there's no proof that I did it.
It's great placement.
It's a great placement.
Perfect placement.
That's definitely the place
Perfect
that
placement.
that'd be the great place to do cocaine.
Definitely could fit cocaine.
Look, do this, okay? Take responsibility, okay? Part of giving good customer service is taking responsibility as a company for if a consumer experiences a product or service which isn't what they'd hoped for or is a lower standard than they were expecting, okay? Being honest and apologizing to the customer is important when trying to keep good customer relationships and prevent them from not wanting to use a competitor's product or service next time. Dealing with the problem efficiently and effectively will allow the customer to understand your true concern and effort to make them feel better straight away rather than leaving them become more disappointed with the product.
Let me ask you, Was part of the reason why you went to my old place of work because of the people?
What?
The people at my old job. Well, that's how we
Yes.
met, my old job. And that's because we took responsibility.
You
and
guys,
we were honest and we were transparent with our customers.
I was going through a rough breakup at the time.
Yeah.
And I needed to work out to just kind of work through it. And before we were even friends, I would walk through the door and you'd give me that stupid fucking smile like you're doing right now. and I would laugh. I'd be like, this goofy fuck. I like this shit. This is great. This is where I belong.
This is where I belong.
Nosebleed. Yeah.
No, for real. It is so important.
No, it was. And then the owners too, I became really close with, and like it just the trainers there, just the
transparency and honesty in a corporation or a company. As insane as it sounds, it's very rare.
Yeah.
It's very rare for people to talk to you like a freaking human being, or even say, "Sir" or "Ma'am, I really apologize. That was my bad." And probably not with that wording.
Yeah.
Because they'd be like, "Who is this? My bad?
Hello.
What is my bad?
Who is that?"
No, for real though. You got.
I'll give you a real example. I because of customer service, I actually switched banks.
Really, you switched banks?
Switched banks.
How recently was this?
This is years ago, but like, there were some certain circumstances happened, and I needed to be reimbursed for my money. And I literally went into the branch and was just like, hey, this is what's going on, blah, blah, blah. And they were calling ahead. I was taking all the proper steps. I was, look, I was being respectful. I was being patient. They transferred me to like 20 different branches. They transferred me to 20 different people that didn't give a fuck. And just, at the end of the day, I was frustrated. And I even went in there, and they were just kind of like, who gives a fuck, And I was like, you know what? Then I'm going to bank somewhere else. And they were like, oh, really? You think we're going to? I was like, you just lost a customer. And they're like, oh, really? We're going to get another one? And I left. I went somewhere else, and I'm way happier now.
Customer service can make or break an experience, dude. Think of you guys who are listening, and girls, guys and gals.
I feel like...
do not assume gender. Think about those places that you love. Think about those places that you love, that you frequent all the time. Why do you go there? Because people take care of you. And okay, I have everything. I have a Starbucks in my apartment.
My dad? Yeah.
No. It's part of the reason why, if you really think about it, is the people. They take care of you. Everybody has that story of like, oh my God, the barista, he remembers me or she remembers me.
No, that's right.
God,
I've gone. Yeah.
Parlor,
yes.
She remembers me.
Yes, I've gone back to certain barbershops. I've gone back to certain back in the day, back when I had hair. I've gone back to certain restaurants. I've gone back to you find like the places that you were like, because. Look, if you're running a business and that's like customer based, then look, I've been like, people would come to me and they're like, hey, where do I eat in this area? I'm like, go here. The place is great. The food's great. The people are nice. This is if you're bad at customer service, I'd be like, don't ever go. And someone's like, oh, I want to go try this out. And then I'm like, no, don't go there. That place sucks.
No, yeah.
It's a word of mouth thing. And my father always taught me, this is something I live by, that people don't remember what you said, they remember how you made them feel.
Yeah.
And that's customer service, baby.
No, absolutely. And I know for the listeners, you're probably thinking like, why are you talking about the service or like the people? And I think it's kind of one and the same, because if you have people who are treating you well and stuff, what they're doing is they are doing this. They are taking responsibility. They know how to fully do all of their duties and their job. And then the ones that stand out are they go above and beyond and they do the little extra that show like, hey, you're important to me.
I remember that where they're like, you know what, for you, I'll do this or I'll take this off. Or you know what, I got other shit to do, but I'm going to stick around a little later and I'm going to help you out with this. That's when I'm like, hell yeah. And that's when you get an extra tip. Mm-hmm. That's when people get recommended more for you. That's when the customer helps you out.
And on the other end, you're like, you know what, I will come back. And I think on the end of the customer service thing is it takes time if you're on the side of customer service to get to that point where you understand all of the ins and outs and all of the machinations of your job.
Machinations?
Yeah. You like that word?
Like mac and cheese.
The inner mac and cheese and a cheese
machinations
of the job. Still hungry, and we ate like an hour ago.
You trying to give me another dose?
Yeah, you just get clonked out. I just want
machinations. It starts coming out of my ears.
No, the reason why those people stand out are because they are going above and beyond. They know they know their responsibilities, and they have enough room to really treat you like you're special, and that's how you know somebody's doing customer service.
Give me the definition of machination.
So, everybody listening, the definition of machination is a plot or scheme.
Oh.
But anyways, moving on.
I feel like right now, Jose is working on a machination.
A plot
with my nose, right?
He gave you the blow.
I feel like Jose is gonna make me look really bad with this nose job thing and zoom in like we're way too tight or just put some weird stuff behind. But you know what? He probably, Jose. I'm realizing this. If I just shut my mouth, he probably would have just left me alone. Now he's gonna fuck with me.
Yeah, for real. You don't speak out on Jose
shit.
because he is God. He is
Jose, cut this out.
Cut that. He's omnipresent. So we're gonna move on.
No, leave it in.
We're in the.
He doesn't know. Sometimes
we're in the top 5 tip, and the top 5 tip. We're back to the don'ts. Do not blame the customer. Now, this is if you are working the customer service. Don't blame the person come for help. It's been known in the past that some companies use the technique of blaming its customers for having a slow and unresponsive customer service team. While I read this, can you search companies that blame their clients? I just want to see. So, for example, calling a company which has an automated message such as, "We are experiencing a lot of phone calls at the moment and be with you when we can," is in other words blaming the fact that there's too many customers calling rather than seeing a fault in their team. Having that kind of approach will make customers automatically lose faith in the product. Because let's be honest, we've all been on the line and it's like, oh my God, I've been waiting for 20, 30 minutes. So it makes you lose faith in the product and not want to risk having a similar experience with them again. This may also go against any promises you've made about your brand. This is a company possibly being customer-driven or how important your customers are to you. So the age-old saying is the customer is right. So I had Staub look up some companies that blame their clients. Do you have like stories? Did you find some?
I have the top companies here that have the worst customer service.
Oh my God. Name like the first 5.
Okay. Hold on. So.
Do they have little stories and stuff?
Okay, here we go. So that's so you just did the top 5 tip, right? Don't blame.
Yeah, this is the don't blame the customer.
Okay. All right, hold on. Let me see if this is any good. All right, hold on a second.
Oh my God! Ew.
Oh, it was way worse. You should have seen the other tissues.
Yeah.
Jesus. You should have seen the other tissue.
Jose, cut this dead around and stuff. Ew. Or not.
No.
Whatever you think is.
The first one I took out, I went like this, and it was just like fucking pouring out of my nose.
God.
The top Okay, here we go.
The top for worst customer service.
The worst customer service company, right? On the internet, Spirit Airlines.
What? Spirit Airlines.
Spirit
suck!
Airlines. And here we go.
You have a little blurb.
Spirit Airlines, okay? Even if your flight is delayed for an entire day, you will get no apologies through food or hotel vouchers. It is up to you to fend for yourself. In case you lose your luggage, you might as well forget ever recovering it. Whether you call or email them, you will get no response on when to get it back. It can even get more annoying when the customer service number goes through, but you have to speak to a person who barely understands English.
Oh my God.
Spirit Airlines could give a fuck.
Have you ever rode Spirit Airlines, dude?
Oh, 100%.
Dude, you ride Spirit Airlines because you're like, what? $40 ticket?
Spirit Airlines. We'll get you where you need to go. Probably.
Is there a company that I hate? We'll come back with the answer after this commercial break.
Can I speak to a real person? Hey, Kirk.
Hi, Staub.
You know what sucks?
Oh my God.
You know what fucking sucks?
Yes?
You know what
No.
sucks?
What?
When I'm trying to do a podcast with you and you use all these big words and then my nose starts spewing out blood.
Stop. You know what doesn't suck?
What?
Botticelli Foods.
That makes sense.
You know, I'm tired of
Yeah.
every single moment
Yeah.
that I am trying to provide our
Yes.
viewers, our customers,
Yeah.
some may say,
Yeah.
with a great little insight to a tip.
Yeah.
And then it evolves into a 15-minute
Yes.
portion where
Yep.
you
Yes.
yes. devolve the entire episode
Yes.
into
Yes.
basically
Yeah.
reading an article
Yeah.
and
Yes.
my head starts hurting and I realize I fell on the rack and my bruise is old. I'm also tired of buying expensive, low-quality foods at Walmart. I just have nice things. I deserve quality.
I deserve fresh bruising.
Because Botticelli is a family-owned and operated with 4 generations in the food industry.
Yeah.
They bring an experience to your table with a taste that transports you to the heart of the Italia section.
I'll
at
tell you,
Walmart.
Botticelli's has great customer service. I mean, they get back to us really quickly.
So quickly.
I mean,
timely.
Timely,
Yeah.
you know,
The
there's
transparency.
transparency.
Yeah.
There's never been a time.
Yeah, they've never.
There's never been a time when we have to like wait for a response for anything.
Yeah, yeah. You know, they definitely don't rush a response. And it's out for debate whether they take responsibility.
Yeah, they allocate.
Guys, if you go to BotticelliFoods.com and use promo code Doozy, check out, you can get 10% off all Botticelli food products.
Yeah, we're talking pasta, sauce, real people, okay? Olive oil. They don't sell people, but balsamics they do, and many more flavorful products.
Guys, Botticelli Foods are extraordinary and outstanding, just like the... of Doozy. All right, we are back. We're now in the final 4
Thank
tips.
God I've been on hold for like...
You've been on hold. I feel like I've been on hold this
Thank
whole episode.
God. Number 4, everybody. Do this. Do provide clear information. Okay? Having a dedicated page on your website to help customers with any concerns over a product or service, whether this is a phone number, email, or question and answer sheet, is essential. Okay? Customers who can find the information easily will be less likely to continue to lose faith in your brand and will hopefully be more understanding when it comes to you dealing with their issue, okay? In addition to this, when they reach out to you via email or telefono, having a response which is clear and efficient, whether this is answering their query or giving them a time frame of when you will be able to deal with the problem, will reassure the customer that you have every intention of helping.
You know, something that you said triggered me because during the pandemic, I was doing the virtual customer service, and it said here, when they reach out to you via email or telephone. Now, I was predominantly using email. We're now in the middle of the pandemic.
Yeah.
And it is a completely different shift of type of customer service. I thrive for the like interpersonal connection, the on location. I'm talking to a human being. When somebody, if I'm at my home and I'm working from home virtually, and somebody's like,
hard.
"Can you please call me at this number so we can?" And then if my superior says, "Can you call them?" I'm like, No. You lost that privilege when the pandemic happened and decided to go just virtual.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but no. If we're all locked up inside and this is just a dumpster fire of waiting for bad stuff to happen and emails to happen and try to put out fires, no, I am not calling a stranger on, let's be clear, my personal telephone. No, I'm not giving that information out. I'm sorry, I'm getting triggered.
Please hold. Down, 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 down. Hello?
Representative. Anyways.
Hello?
Yeah. Guys, you gotta provide clear information. You have to be clear. And this goes back to taking your time. You need to know who do you need to talk to provide the clear information. Because let me tell you, I know it is both sides of the coin. We've all been on the side of a situation, and you're like, this person in front of me has no fucking idea what they're doing. And then I know for me, I've been on the side where I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing because nobody has told me how to deal with the situation. So I then have to, and so I'm like, well, how the hell do I go about this?
Right.
You know, it's really, I mean, there's so much work involved. That's the thing. Because obviously, if you're going into an establishment, somebody who's being employed and being paid money, they should be putting the effort in to know and be set up for success.
You know, you seem like just as frustrated as like someone like on the other side of customer service.
I
would
know,
be.
but
and it just goes to show you that both parties
Are
equally
frustrated.
don't want to do what's happening right now. Hello, I need you to fix my TV. Well, I don't know how to fix your TV because no one told me from my company how to fix your TV. Well, then why am I calling you? I don't know because there's no one else to call.
I just have this job to pay off student loans.
You want to go do karate in the garage?
Like fucking.
I can't watch TV.
You know, like I left my family 10 years ago, and it's like
Dad?
Mom, Dad, son. Exactly.
I lost my dad 10 years ago.
I lost my son 10 years ago, and I'm just trying to get him back. I lost my dad 10 years ago when he disowned me for breaking the TV.
That's where Grandpa went.
So, as we know, this is we could probably take this tip into consideration sometimes. Don't overcomplicate things. When dealing with a customer problem, it's essential to not make the issue any bigger and resolve it as quickly as possible. Know exactly what the issue is before you respond is important so you don't have to go back to the customer with multiple questions which may come across as insincere and complicating the situation. In addition to this, some companies give automated responses which are impersonal, not really friendly, and may include false information. As I mentioned earlier, this is the freaking tips. Giving a time frame is ideal. So customers aren't waiting around and becoming frustrated. You know, it's like, oh, you will be on hold for 1 hour and 12 minutes. However, an automated email may give a response time of 24 hours. But this doesn't take into consideration the amount of complaints they may have on that day or other factors which could delay the response time. Now, if you hear this on the other side, I'm calm. I feel like I'm in a club. Can you imagine how many remixes? Holy shit.
So this is the most famous phone hold music.
Yeah.
That is the original phone holding
Hold
tone.
music.
I don't know
And
if
let me
it's.
tell
I
you.
don't know if we can legally use it, but Jose, have fun. Who cares? We'll
Yeah.
get sued.
Um,
We'll get sued by
we'll
who?
get sued.
Yeah, we'll be on
Yeah,
hold.
We'll be
by
on
who?
hold. Don't overcomplicate things, guys. Like, because
Don't.
Don't.
And don't think that you can swindle your way through. If you know as a customer, if you know that as a customer,
service can see through bullshit.
there are times because they're dealing with the same thing over and over again, and they're like, "Okay, did you bring the duck?" And they're like, no. Oh yeah, he's right here." And they're like, "No, I've heard a lot of fake duck noises, and that takes the cake."
What is a return duck service?
I've returned a lot of ducks.
Hey.
I've returned a lot of ducks.
On the, I think this tip is kind of like, if you're on the side of the customer service, don't complicate it. It's like, when this is what happens. This is a really big thing with customer service. If you let the person who's coming to you with like a problem, and you're like, "Oh yeah, let me check that," it's like, "Oh, that's so weird." It's like it usually lets me in. Oh, it looks like I'm locked out. Oh my gosh, it looks like this is happening. The person standing is there like, what the fuck is going on?
Let them work through it, because sometimes it's
Yeah.
helpful to know that you're there just in case, but I just need to go. You need to be my safe space to go through what the problems on my computer is. And then maybe I think about it while I'm on the phone. That happens a lot of the times. I'll call Apple, and we'll both be on like looking at my computer, and he'll be like, "Oh, just change this to this," and I'll be like, "Oh yeah," or "What if I did this?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, that's even better if you did that." I'm like, "Oh, okay." It's work together. You're a team.
Work together.
You're a team.
And also, if you're on customer service, don't bring the person who is coming to you with a problem into other problems.
Right.
Just tackle the one that is happening. And also, on the other side, if you're coming to a problem, don't mid-call or mid-experience be like, "Also, my fucking son left me.
My
10
dad
years ago."
left. Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what? I've found myself doing that. Not like sometimes. There have been times that I've called customer service about something, and they'd be like, "Hey, so what's the problem?" And I'll be like, "Well, this, and then this, and then this happened, and then this." And as you're starting to open up to them about the problem, you start to just bring in other things. "Oh, my girlfriend left. My fucking this happened. Blah blah blah." And there have been times. I forget. There was one time, I think I was drunk, but I was like trying to fix my computer with something, and I called the Apple guy, and he's like, "Hey, so what's the problem?" And I literally I told him everything about the problem, and then I just like kept going, and just went on this like emotional like adventure with him and whatever. And he said nothing the whole time, and it was literally like him being like my therapist, and I was just talking and talking and talking and talking and talking, and then when I was done, there was a pause, and he was like, "Okay, well, let's see what we can do." And he's like, "Okay."
I'm really
he's
sorry
like,
about
he's like,
you. Love my.
no, he never mentioned anything about the extra shit. He's just like, I remember the.
you heard him like sharp breath in.
He went, oh, okay, well, let's see what we can do for you, computer-wise. Computer-wise! But I remember that little...
He's like, oh, shit, here we go.
It was probably him trying... That was the moment when he just...
Well, cut to his...
He swallowed all empathy towards another human being.
Cut to his training, and his Apple manager
When
is like,
someone's
listen,
talking
there
to
is
you."
going to be a moment where someone is going to open up to you emotionally, and you need to understand... You are not a human when you are on our premises. You are an apple.
You are the computer.
You are the computer.
You don't have time for feelings. You deal with the problem, you move on to the next.
He exhaled all of his empathy.
Okay.
Okay,
Let's
see what we can do computer-wise.
My girlfriend left me, my father left me, my... That was him going... Okay. Well, let's see what we can do computer-wise. Yeah.
Anyways, guys, let's move on to top two. We are on closing in on figuring out this fucking problem.
Number 2, extend a token of goodwill. And if you don't have any tokens...
You can purchase them on the App Store.
On the App Store. I swear he did that. Okay, many customers love to receive a sorry gift to compensate for their disappointment in your services or product. We're sorry. Sorry. You ever seen the South Park oil spill company? Yeah. Where it was the oil companies like just drenched the ocean and were killing all these animals, and the oil company was still making a shitload of money, and South Park, and they made a commercial about like, hey, we're sorry about the oil spill or whatever, and South Park made like a parody of it.
Hello, I'm Tony Hayward, President and CEO of BP. Our accidental drilling spill again in the Gulf is a tragedy that should have never happened. And to all those affected, I want to say, we are deeply sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry. Sorry. We're sorry. We're sorry. Sorry. We're sorry. I'm deeply sorry. Sorry.
He's like on like a bear, like on like a fireplace with like a skinned bear drinking wine like naked. And he's like, sorry. And then he's like on the beach and he's like gonna shove. He's like, we're sorry. And it's just the worst apology ever.
The worst apology.
Anyways,
if you're experiencing that,
after
run.
dealing with their issue and understanding what went wrong, apologizing and giving something back to the customer can encourage them to come back and continue using your service or product. For example, giving them 10% off their next order would give them an incentive to use you again and not stray to a competitor. Speaking of 10% off, go to Bolicellis.com, baby. 10% off. Okay. Similarly, what was the one tip that I read where I sound like I was having a stroke? People probably think I have a stroke, but I like mispronouncing words because it gets Kirk really upset. Similarly, this will also show you the customer you take. Show the customer. Okay, I fucked that one up. Similarly, this will also show the customer you take full responsibility for the problem and that their opinion matters to you.
This is what I was saying earlier. You have to
Huh?
It's a two-way street.
Yes.
For a company or a place where you can purchase or whatever, like have customer service. The customer service needs to have things in place that the least that they can do is be like, here's a code, sorry. which some places cop off on that, or just like, here's free everything. We're sorry, just because you complained. Sorry. Oh,
we're sorry.
No, for real though.
Hey, so for the audio listeners, currently Kirk and Alex are rubbing their nipples when they say sorry, but they're confused. This is 2 separate episodes of South Park. It's an episode where they're talking to a cable provider, also giving terrible customer service. So I'll show you a clip of that currently right now.
You don't like paying for all the channels? Oh, our company actually packages channels together.
Well, can you unpackage them so we only get the channels we want?
Oh, I'm sorry, our company doesn't work that way. You want me to give you the number of a different cable company that can... Oh, wait, we're it, aren't we? Dang it, guess you have to deal with our packages.
Can we talk to your supervisor, please?
On the other side of the experience, you should... That is a last resort, I think. If you're like, wow, you know you're really fucking me. If somebody can really not help you, it's a hard... I think it's
different.
It's hard because sometimes, I know for me, you know, I've been on the customer service side, and I have a lot of patience with bullshit. And so I have a lot of patience on the other side. But sometimes I've had to put my foot down and be like, well, how are you going to help me with this? Because this is like absurd that this is happening.
Yeah.
You know, and you have to really read the situation. If you're getting to a point where somebody is just like not throwing you a bone or helping you out, it's like, well, can you at least, you know, because the most stressful is...
So what's wrong? My computer. Oh, well, what's wrong with your computer? It doesn't work. Well, let's. Let's. It won't turn on. Well, have you tried turning it on? No, not yet.
Dude,
Well, could you do that? Well, I could. Well, what are we doing here? What are we?
So this is a throwback to the How to Airport episode. Do you remember my experience when I came out my first flight out to you? I missed the flight.
Ripped your pants.
I ripped my pants, all this stuff, and my airline said, I was like, well, how are you going to help me out with this? Because this is absolutely absurd. Can you please like put me in a hotel? And it's like, well, here's a coupon for some hotels that you can go to that phone and maybe they'll help you.
United Airlines, here for you.
No, for real though, it was like...
Was it United or Spirit?
No. I think it was Southwest. Southwest is really fucking wishy-washy because it's like, okay, you can pack a small, like multiple small children with 2 carry-ons or whatever, 2 packed bags.
I've done that
stuff.
Yeah.
But then it's like they were not helpful when it was like, hey, you made me fucking miss my flight. Put me up in a fucking hotel.
Yeah.
And then I had to pay $120 that I really should not have been spending for literally one night. I slept in that hotel for like 5-6 hours and then fucking went to the flight the next morning.
But I feel like with you, though, like if I was there with you, I would have fucking bitched that person out and we probably would have got that free hotel. Sometimes because you are on the other side, you're like, okay, I get it. You know, oh, sorry, I guess I got to bite the bullet here, and you can understand the customer service. Whereas on really one hard. Side, yeah, I'd be like, what are you talking about? I'd be like, I booked a flight on your airline. Your plane broke down. Okay, that's not on me. Now I have to pay money for this hotel. I don't have the money for this hotel. I was supposed to be somewhere else right now. I don't have this extra money for a hotel. Fucking figure it out right there. And Melanie behind the desk would have been crying, and I don't give a shit.
Yeah. It's hard. As I grow older, I find the strength to do that, but it's just I think because
Melanie
friggin' Melanie at United Airlines. Anyway,
she's on her phone. She's like, oh, fucking whatever. I don't know.
But this is
call customer service.
But like that's a situation for me. I'm like, you did not prepare for this situation. Like, treat the people who use your service with respect and to the extent that they will want to use your product again or use your service again.
Take care of your customers.
Take care of your customers.
And we'll come back like we will.
Take care of your customers, take care of your regulars, and also they will take care of you. You know?
That's right.
Anyways, we are now at the top number 1 tip on
Yeah.
how to customer service. This has been a roller coaster.
Yeah, Jose must be relieved because it's like a 3-hour episode.
Well, the funny thing is he works for FedEx.
He works-
Sorry to
He works
out
for
him,
the United States Postal Service.
but he does.
You
And
know,
I'm
at this
sure
point,
that
I'd rather
he's-
have a pigeon edit our video.
You should not have said that. Take it back, Staub. Take it back.
I'd rather have...
Message your pigeon. Edit our videos.
Oh my God,
Jose-
Jose, he doesn't mean it. He doesn't mean it.
Jose, I love you. I'm just joking. Be gentle on me this episode.
Please show him a token of
Mercy.
goodwill.
Can you show me a token of goodwill? I'll download the app.
Okay, guys, we are now in the number 1 tip. It is don't
Wait.
give customers.
Wait. Should we create an app that's just, it's a token of goodwill, and all it is it's just a token. There's nothing, and it's a $10 buy-in, and it's just a goodwill token.
That was dumb. Guys, the number 1 tip is
Cut that out, Jose.
no, keep it in.
Cut
because
that
he
out,
needs
Jose.
more moments. Than
Make
he
me
looks
look
like
good.
an
Make me
idiot.
look good.
No, he needs to look like an idiot more than me sometimes. Guys, the number 1 tip is don't give customers false promises. It's like when you download this new app called Token of Goodwill. And it's advertised as if it's
That
a
doesn't mean you
app.
get to buy Goodwill clothing.
It's just a Goodwill token. It says Goodwill on it. Guys, so don't give customers false promises. Not going against company policies and acting unprofessional is extremely important. Not only for customer relationships, but also ensuring that your customer service team doesn't get a bad name, affecting your brand. Similarly, ensuring that none of the information you feed the customer is false will prevent further disappointment. Customers will make it clear when you have disappointed them or acted in an unprofessional manner, and some people could vent their frustration on social media, making this visible to a larger audience, affecting future customer relationships and brand image. Some of the greatest headlines are somebody be like, "Hey, United Airlines, Melanie at United Airlines, you fucking bitch. Why didn't you put me up into this or that? Like when this was happening, why didn't this happen?" And those are some of the most fun social media moments. You're like, served. You know?
Served.
It sucks when a company says like, "Don't worry, we'll take care of you," and they do not take care of you. They say, "Oh, if this happens or this is in place, it's okay."
Yeah.
And you go back and it's like, especially if you're like, Melanie told me that if this flight, the seat on this flight wasn't this, you could put me in this flight.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I didn't speak for Melanie. My name is Brandon. And it's like, fuck you, Brandon.
Yeah. And there have been times when I've been like, "Okay, Brandon, what's your employee number?" And then they go,
Yeah.
And then they go, why? I was like, because I just want to know. No reason, Brandon. What's your social security number, Brandon?
Oh, shit.
What's your address, Brandon? Oh, I got another idea for our app that we're gonna do. So it's a token that if you press, it flips, but no matter how much you flip it, it's the same side on either side. So you just flip in a Goodwill token because that's basically what you're gonna get with Bank of America or any that flipping it. You get a better chance of it landing on a different head than getting a hold of Bank of America or Spirit Airlines. But at the bottom is this huge bar and like a button that says customer service, right? And you press that and it's randomized based off of how many times they flip the coin or like what side the coin is actually on. And they press the button, and it immediately goes to your phone number or my phone number. And they just can call to complain about anything, and we have to treat them.
The customer service
rep
has
what if we made a customer service app?
4 customer service representatives
Yes.
to call in and be like, I'm so fucking sick and tired of freaking Jared who keeps talking about his broken AirPod.
Yeah, please hold. Yeah. The customer service person's like, I'm on hold.
It's like, God damn it, I understand.
And they come back and then they unload everything, and then you're like, all right, well, let's see what we can click.
Well, guys, those are the top 8 tips on how to customer service.
I hope you learned everything.
Did you learn anything special this round of episodes? It was quite the roller coaster because we all deal with this. We're on one side or another.
Yes.
What are you typing? Oh my God. What? What are you doing? China? Do you have anything to say, or can we close out?
Once upon a time, the family of 3 visited a McDonald's drive-thru. Okay. After waiting 15 minutes for their order, they asked for a refund. The cashier showed no signs of help, so the manager stepped in. His reaction was more than unpredictable.
Oh my God. Dude. Sorry, dude, what the? Dude, fucking dude, that's wrong. He's coming. He's oh shit. Dude.
Can we please close this out?
Yeah, maybe next time I'll find things ahead.
You'll think it through. Ladies and gentlemen.
This is, you know what? I just want to point out, maybe keeping a little bit of that, but just show how frustrated Kirk is with me. That's customer service, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into the top 8 tips, the do's and don'ts of customer service. Guys, please comment what your favorite tip it was. And please tweet us. Like comment. What was your favorite tip for how to customer service? You know, we're on Twitter and stuff.
Yeah, share this with your friends, okay? Share this with the post office. Share this with Bank of America. Share this with all the places that you think need to learn how to be better at customer service. Subscribe on YouTube, Twitter, TikTok.
Literally
literally every space that you could type in that has customer service.
I want us later this week. I want us to just send this episode to all the places that we talk about.
That'd be great.
The customer service thing. And it's just the YouTube link.
And the guy would be like, and he'd be like, that was me. I do that every time.
Was that one? No, yeah, guys, but please. And if there is something that you want to learn about and have us teach you, well, we also learn about it.
Call our hotline. We'll answer.
And we'll answer eventually.
Eventually. Yeah. Makes sense to me.
Yes, guys. Thank you so much for waiting. We can't resolve this problem now.
Click.
See you next episode, guys. Woo!